In this video, we will talk about the blepharitis. Blepharitis is subacute or the chronic inflammatory condition of the lid margin, presenting as only hyperemia or the true inflammation. It has three clinical types: anterior blepharitis, posterior blepharitis, and parasitic blepharitis. Anterior blepharitis is subdivided as seborrheic blepharitis, ulcerative blepharitis, and mixed blepharitis. So, talking about the bacterial blepharitis, it is also known as the chronic anterior blepharitis, ulcerative blepharitis, or staphylococcal blepharitis. Bacterial blepharitis is the chronic bacterial infection of the anterior part of the lid margin. Usually it starts in the childhood and may continue throughout the life. It is usually bilateral and symmetrical. Etiology: the main causative organism responsible for the bacterial blepharitis is Staphylococcal aureus, Staph aureus. Rarely, Streptococcus, Propionibacterium acne, and Moraxella are also the causes. Predisposing factor usually absent but rarely present as the chronic conjunctivitis and dacrocystitis. Talking about the pathogenesis, it is the result of abnormal cell-mediated response to the components of the cell wall of the Staph aureus. This process may also be responsible for the red eyes and the peripheral corneal infiltrates seen in some of the patients. Symptoms: the affected patient can suffer multiple of the symptoms such as burning of eye, itching of eye, tearing, foreign body sensation, irritation, photophobia, tired eyes, swelling, giddiness, redness of eyelids, crusting around the lashes, mucus discharge, blurry vision, and eyelids stick together upon awakening. Signs: various signs such as hard yellow crust or the dry brittle scales mainly present around the base of the cilia which glue them together. On removing the crust, small ulcers are seen which bleed easily. Red, thickened lid margins with dilated blood vessels or rosettes appears. Mild papillary conjunctivitis and conjunctival hyperemia are common. Complication and sequel. Talking about the complication, there are lash abnormalities, tylosis, epiphora, eczema, ectropion, recurrent sty, marginal keratitis, tear film instability, dry eye, and secondary inflammation. Madarosis, trichiasis, and poliosis are seen. Madarosis means the sparseness or the loss of the cilia. Trichiasis means the misdirected cilia, and poliosis means graying of the lashes. While tylosis means thickening, scarring, notching, and ultimately drooping of the lid margin. Treatment of the bacterial blepharitis. Permanent cure is unlikely, but control of the symptoms is usually possible by the following methods. Lid hygiene. Lid hygiene should be maintained at least twice a daily and include warm compression for 5 to 10 minutes to soften the crust. The crust removal using the sodium bicarbonate solution or baby shampoo. Avoid the rubbing of the eyes or fingering of the lids. We can also use antibiotics. Antibiotic eye ointment should be applied at the lid margin immediately after the removal of the sodium fusidic after the removal of the crust. Commonly used ointment are sodium fusidic acid, bacitracin, or chloramphenicol. Antibiotic eye drops 3 to 4 times a day. Oral antibiotics like erythromycin or doxycycline are useful in unresponsive patients with the lid margin ulcers and the cases complicated with external hordeola. Topical weak steroids like chloromethylone 0.1% 4 times a day for 1 week in the patient with papillary conjunctivitis, marginal keratitis, and ocular lubricants are also required for the associated tear film instability.